Just be careful. Suburban redevelopment. That's $14 million. Oh, man.
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Well, it's the only thing left in my locations option, so...
Great partners must think
correct.
alike, Herschel.
Oh, my God. Not exactly a smooth steerer, is he?
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks
My
for
name's
your
not Mac, by the way. It's Cole Phelps, Super
Elysian
Cop.
are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Sorry, Mac. Believe you're in my way, Mac. Oh, there's something really interesting on the back of these 2x4s, Mac. So I'm gonna try to get myself glitched into this gentleman right here. Something like, oh, we almost, I think we're something like this. Might be able to get the job done. He's a part of us now. Is that really? Like, we're done with this location? Alright. Fire station number 32 it is.
You can drive.
Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
Speaking of which, there's one apparently just over there. Engine Kono 3-2.
We came as soon as we could.
The main reason Santa's so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating
What
the
happened
house
to your
fire
hat,
on
dude?
Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
It was built to the highest of standards for
This key from the solar
1947.
Fire out.
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if
By
you
the
say
way,
it's so we're listening.
I deal only in
Okay,
facts.
Phelps, you're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I do have a university degree in the sciences. Okay, so obviously, first off, I mean, the balloon's gotta be the final piece. This comes over here, no question.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
What the heck is this piece of garbage? I don't know. Sure, put that like right there. No, wait, put it back, put it back. And then you grab, it's a blue boy. The blue boy goes here, obviously. And then you crank, yeah! No, he's failed it. This is just like my wedding night.
You need to
Said
get the
Cole
arrangement
Phelps.
right before we can reproduce the results.
All right, well, obviously this thing's gonna have to be over here then, and then Blue boy. Oh, no, 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 that was good. Where it... Oh, no. Okay. The gas needs to be next to the mosquito coil. Here we go.
Good, your regulator's in position.
Could have saved us about
Okay.
half an hour
Light
if
your
you...
pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
Oh! Let's go.
So
Didn't
that's
you have
how
a
I feel
chemistry requirement to get your biology
Maybe.
degree?
There could be a
Yeah,
fault
it
with
was
these
exactly
valves.
like this. They gave us a
I've
balloon,
adjusted this one for
and
our
then 3
experiments,
puzzle
but you
pieces,
need
and
to
said,
take it to
hey, make the
InstaHeat
balloon
and see
explode.
what they say.
It was
The
definitely
headquarters is on North Harvard
Chem
Boulevard,
101
number
plus
262.
organic and biochemistry. It was like, hey,
You're
how
welcome,
different
Dave.
ways to make a balloon explode by
See you at the
configuring
next
these
show.
pipes into 4 different configurations. And after we did that, they said, congratulations, you have your bachelor's degree.
You wait. 5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by robots.
No comment.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and pushed him in front of the car?
Show?
That's the cop that caught her.
The next fire.
Yeah.
We should go to the factory and see how many of these
Oh
things are
my
going bang in the night.
God, dude. What are you doing?
You know this Chapman character?
The guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that
I am
for a
as
lot of
God
things
made me,
we
sir.
don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Tanasta. Oh, okay.
I understand you, but thousands wouldn't. I thought this was such a nice area.
That's him. That's the cop. Tried to poke me in the nose.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he
Excuse me?
Obnoxious oaf.
Triple inspection means trouble-free operation. Easier installation with all connections in rear.
Are you
Boing. Ooga.
Heavens to Betsy!
My God, it's a Caucasian male. I haven't seen one of those since
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
90 degrees to my left.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
You
Cole
think
Phelps?
talking's cheap? Try hiring a lawyer. Here's what I heard. That cop caught the guy that did the Dahlia, but they covered it up. Some kind of big conspiracy.
Can I ask you a question?
Not in your life, Buster.
Sir, the question is, why so serious?
I saved a whole year for that car.
You alright?
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures.
I gotta
tonight.
have it.
I gotta have it.
What the hell?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look.
It's back in the day when the owner really knew his product. You know, he didn't just inherit the company from his dad.
We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
The greatest generation.
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow.
Is his brother the coroner?
It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
All right.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
The smile is disarming. But I do believe that he's telling the truth. I don't believe that there's anything inherently wrong with the design. The smile is... You're right. What he said was mad suspect. I doubted him.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
It's a very valid point.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they
are. Doubt.
What? Accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There. Around a dozen of them.
Okay.
Business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
Well, I know who I want to click on.
I want to run it by R&I.
We got
cross-reference
Varley, and we got
See
Acevedo.
if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Can you dial 1 for me, please?
Rehab is for quitters.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now. Those who can count and those who
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Cole Phelps has an eidetic memory.
Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin.
The
Neves
only
Raymond,
person who
O'Brien
can keep
Thomas,
up with Cole Phelps'
Ryan
computer
Matthews,
brain is
Virgin
telephone
William,
lady.
Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
She's already cross-referenced their files.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged
Hello.
for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for
Oh,
murder.
well, thank you for mentioning that.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Oh, Mr. Phelps, flattery will get you everywhere.
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
He wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Hello, I'd like to get spoken with.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
He is wanted for murder, though?
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
She was a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Walter Clemens. Father to Roger Clemens. Oh.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
My dude's an anarchist. When ignorance reigns in society... Okay, I'm just joking with you. I'm not going to read the whole thing, obviously. It's madness. Oh, okay. Well, this is certainly strange.
some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
It's like Twitter in 1947.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Pretty suspicious. Oh, and this guy's not an anarchist. He just hates mosquitoes, but the
The
coil.
company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Racing?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't realize
It's the
this
favorite
was
choice of ignition by arsonists.
Jeopardy,
Time
which
to get
doesn't
away.
exist yet.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice.
What?
Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Three
FBI.
birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
I guess we'll go in order. Yeah, it looks like we're going to Italy. Suspicious music. Oh, he needs the coils because he lives near the water in the Venice beach area of Los Angeles. Near the water is where mosquitoes tend to congregate. Fair enough. Just a nice light jog today, young Phelps. Yo. Are you kidding me? Why? So, why did you have me out of the car then? Well, they gave me like a cutscene that was like, here he is. I don't understand. Did we just get like a little flash of what the killer was up to right now? I thought the game was inferring that we were like...
Can you drive to this one?
We were there. Instead, it was just like, hey, here's an inserted cutscene because you've selected this individual. For reasons unbeknownst. It's Matthew Broderick. You definitely cannot do
We want
that.
some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
My dad's Tom Hanks. Do you have any idea who I am?
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
I mean, this is like an obvious lie. Because you work with him. How could you not know him in this situation? This has got to be... This isn't a doubt. This is a lie because of the list of gas fitters.
You have a real viper's nest at InstaHeat, don't you? Arsonists, murderers, communists.
What's that got to do with me? You can't prove I'm behind all that.
Okay, well, I mean, we know that you have the anarchist pamphlet, but that's... Didn't really think that's what we were going for here. But it does seem to indicate that that's what they're looking for the lie. However, he only has one book, whereas Matthew Ryan has, like, the whole box of books. So I don't think we go for this. I think we might back out of the accusation and go for doubt. I can't prove that he's behind it. Matthew Ryan's behind it. He's got the box of the Anarchist Manifesto. So I think we back out and go for doubt. Don't give me question marks. Give me feedback.
Either of you two know how to do some soldering?
Look, dude, I'm busy right now.
You can't just stand around here all day doing nothing.
We know he's an anarchist, but he literally said, "How can you prove that I'm behind all that?" We know he's not behind all that. It's got to be a doubt situation, and your question marks make me very upset because I think you just want to. You just some men just want to watch the world burn. I think this is a doubt.
Detroit PD is
I just threw up both birds. I almost said the F word. I was very upset with you, Chad.
Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Exactly. Acquiesce yourself.
I contract for them. So what?
What do you say? You're licensed to work for InstaHeat? I contract for them. So what? So what? Doubt. Who farted?
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement.
Mud shark?
She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
What on earth? What do you mean you did the right thing? You burned her house down.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
That's a lie.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Like, yeah, we worked the arson desk. This dude just admitted to burning a house down, and our partner shook his hand. All right. It's the anarchist pamphlets that I saw in the locker.
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Seems like a stand-up guy. Burned down his wife's house. No big deal.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right. Where to?
You know, there's a driver's side
While he's
door.
on the run, he might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
On the surface, I look calm
You
and
were in
ready to
combat.
drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting what I wrote down.
1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
Oh, well.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
Don't talk about my piece,
I may
please.
be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
That's true. You literally did shoot that guy's tires out like less than half an hour ago. I've never used my piece in the line of duty.
LAPD, Varley!
Whoa!
Stop or I'll shoot!
Well, alright.
Stop or I will shoot!
He's got a gun!
What a dramatic shot.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Pretty smart.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet.
Derek Dorsey.
Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
You drive.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Extradition? This is the same country. Yeah, but like, We have to fill out some human rights papers before we can send him to Detroit. Otherwise, the ACLU will be on our ass.
Ryan?
Who's asking?
It's me, General Manager of the Atlanta Falcons.
Arson.
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in